A recent Pew study shows that more than 4 in 10 criminal offenders will return to prison within 3 years of their release. Last week, we talked with Bishop T.D. about a program at the Potter's House in Dallas, Texas, with a mission to give ex-cons the tools they need to reenter society. You're going to meet some graduates of the program in a minute. But first, here's what Bishop Jakes had to say on graduation day.
I do know for sure that Jesus never preached in a church. I know for sure that he never stood behind a podium. I'm sure he's never seen a clergy collar. I'm sure of that. I am sure that when Jesus lived out his life, he lived it out in the streets of his cities, touching lives and changing people. And I'd like to think what I do is important, but I know that what we're doing right here is extremely the work of Jesus Christ himself. If you agree with that, put your hands together and give the Lord some praise.
Actor Charles Dutton was also a guest speaker.
You don't get rehabilitated by getting a degree or getting a diploma or going to college or learning a trade. You've got to be physically tired, spiritually tired, emotionally tired of going in and out of the penitentiary. If you ain't through with it, you ain't through with it. But when you are finally through with it, then we have to recognize that and offer the kind of assistance that Potter House does. And with the success rate that they have, people should be running to support this organization.
We're joined now by Tina Naidu, who heads up a program at the Potter's House in Dallas to help former prisoners re-enter society. And with her, Nathan Starr and Tawanji Kyle, both who have been incarcerated. Folks, welcome to Washington Watch.
Hello, Martin.
Thank you.
This program here is critically important and is one of the things that some churches are doing, but not many are doing, and that is really reaching out to folks who have been through the prison system. And so for Tawanji, I want to start with you. Just what did it really mean to go through this program and to realize here you have a church, a faith community who says, we want to give you a helping hand, a second chance to come back into society?
Entering back into society is a very hard transition if you don't have the resources. You're coming back into society lame. And I had so many type of emotions that I had to deal with.
Now, you spent 5 years in prison for drug sales. Nathan, you spent 7 years in jail as it related to aggravated robbery with a deadly weapon. And so for you, what was it like? I mean, were you afraid when you were in jail and all of a sudden saying, man, what's going to happen when I get out?
I started taking a couple of college courses because I knew that I wanted to help people who were suffering with the very thing that I had battled with, which was substance abuse. Upon being released, I connected with the Tory program, and they helped me to find employment on my 10th day out. And it was almost as like a starter job.
Unfortunately, for a lot of folks who have been in prison, folks who may have used or sold drugs, folks who may have been involved in robbery, folks who committed murder, you have folks who say, look, man, I'm trying to change. I want to change, but everywhere I turn, somebody is judging me based upon my past.
You know, our main focus is to offer you rehabilitative services, and I think that's what Tory does. Coming from a faith-based perspective, you know, none of us have room to judge.
Okay. Well, we certainly appreciate it. And to Tawanji as well as Nathan, thank you for sharing your story. And again, we hope more churches and more other nonprofits really would do something like this, because the reality is we're putting folks in prison. They're going to get out, and we have to ensure they're productive members of society. And so thank you so very much, Tina, and good job at the Potter's House.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Folks.